Paper Mario showed us how innovative Nintendo can be when it comes to their prominent character. After Mario 64 came to stellar reviews, the new direction of the Super Mario games were to take became very clear, but Nintendo remained connected to the 2D era. The slight hesitation on the part of Nintendo to leave that behind and pursue a purely 3D future shows itself in Paper Mario, a 2D character living in a 3D world. This game spawned from the highly reviewed Mario RPG for the SNES, has essentially become a new IP and a regular on Nintendo systems ever since. Mario RPG offered gamers a different perspective on Nintendo's most beloved character, so when Mario RPG 2 was announced in 1997, people were eager to see what this new take on Mario had in store. Paper Mario is not a sequel to Mario RPG. It's a wonderful game, but it's not quite Mario RPG 2. For starters, Square owned the rights to the name Mario RPG as well as some of the unique characters. Unfortunately, there was a bad split between the two companies in 1996. Just a few weeks after the release of Super Mario RPG, Square announced that they would not work with Nintendo for the foreseeable future, taking all their titles to the Sony PlayStation. Without Square, Nintendo was left to create a brand new RPG featuring Mario, but without many of the elements that made Mario RPG such a classic game. This is where intelligent systems come in. Intelligent systems had been working closely with Nintendo since the mid-1980s, co-developing games like Fire Emblem and Metroid. They were selected to develop Mario RPG 2, tentatively titled Mario Adventure, to get Square's lawyers off their backs as they toss around ideas on how to reinvent Mario as an RPG. They had a breakthrough. Now, Eko Aoyama during his lunchtime doodled up an image of Mario that looked very storybook-like. The idea to combine 2D characters with 3D environment came from his sketch. Producer Shigeru Miyamoto absolutely loved it. The new concept began to take shape and Aoyama-san found himself a huge promotion as the game's lead designer. Paper Mario was directed by Ryota Kawari and produced by Shigeru Miyamoto. The core team from Super Mario RPG did not work on Paper Mario, though that was probably for the best as these games were meant to be a different take on a similar concept. Luckily, they didn't live for good as many of them later returned to work on the Mario and Luigi game. But enough said, it still proved to be a success. The game's objective is to find the 7-star spirits around the world in order to restore peace. The battle system is changed slightly. You do not have a team of 3 characters. You can swap around with 2 more. Instead, your team consists of Mario and 1 partner. Partners are usually weak HP wise, but have some very nice special moves that benefit you greatly. One, for instance, can temporarily make Mario invincible to enemy attacks in battle. Your partner will hang around behind your Mario for safety in order to pull off moves of his own. Partners are invincible, but if they get hit, they will not be able to move for a number of turns. You can also block move by pressing a button at the right time, or dish out more damage yourself by doing the same. Located in various spots around the world are badges. You can put this on Mario to enhance attack power, make him impervious to spiky things, and more. When you level up after getting 100 star points by defeating enemies, you can raise your HP, FP, or your BP to equip more badges. You progress through the game in a fairly linear manner. Similar to Super Mario RPG, locations are varied with Toad Town acting as the central hub, with paths branching off to locations like a jungle, a haunted forest, a desert, a snowy mountain, and more. There are lots of side quests and secrets for you to discover, which will aid you quite a bit when done. The game is divided into 8 chapters, each one ramping up in difficulty until the final one, which is a massive multi-hour trek through Bowser's castle, filled with dangerous enemies. Each chapter has its own boss, which are usually pretty hard compared to their luckies. The game has very witty dialogue, which should make you chuckle at least a few times. It's all well written and adds some life to the Mario world, which usually devoid of much tech. And the soundtrack is absolutely brilliant. Yuko Sugiyoko of Fire Emblem fame composed it all. The songs are very varied and fit the areas they're in well. Each chapter boss has its own special battle music, which is even cooler than the other music. So that's it. Paper Mario is my most favorite on the series. I really didn't like it when Color Splash was released. Next time, we will do Kirby's Dream Land. Goodbye guys, and see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.